Thanks for looking at my listing, and thank you for taking a moment to watch this video. This is a 2000 Oldsmobile Intrigue in absolutely superb condition. You would be very hard-pressed to find its equal. It's a one-owner, zero-accident car, as verified by AutoCheck, and it has 80,000 original miles, also as supported by the AutoCheck report. Just want to show you the tire tread. These are Yokohama tires. Those are not inexpensive tires. It's got rear disc brakes, four-wheel anti-lock disc brakes. A lot of cars had drum brakes. They're just not as good as disc. It's as simple as that. And it does have matching Yokohama tires all the way around. As you can see, the paint is just beautiful. Let me change the lighting here a little bit. It's an interesting glossy silver color in person. And I want you to take note of the fact this is the GL edition. That is the most expensive edition of the three. There's GX, GL, and GLS, and the GL is actually the most expensive. Now I also want you to look, these headlight assemblies are absolutely crystal clear. Really, really sharp. I'm going to walk around the vehicle and show you that it looks very, very good from all angles. There are no major dents, no major imperfections in the paint. The clear coat is not peeling off on the spoiler or on the roof or anywhere else, which are kind of the trouble spots for clear coat. I'm going to go ahead and show you the interior. Let me again lighten it up. As you can see, the door panel on the driver's side's in good shape. The passenger one's in good shape. So all four door panels are looking very, very good. The rear seats pretty much look like no one's ever sat in them. They look very good. The rear deck is also good. The headlining fabric, that's always something worth taking note of. So I'm going to give you a nice panning shot from the back to the front, and you'll see that the headlining fabric isn't stained, it's not torn. Most importantly, it's not frayed and hanging down in any way, shape, or form. I also want you to note the back of the front seats, also in superb condition. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and start the vehicle, but I want you to note that my foot is not on the gas pedal, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the key, and it just starts like that every time. No pumping of the gas, no difficulties, nothing like that at all. And there, as you can see, 80,201 miles. So super, super low miles. This car was literally driven fewer than 4,000 miles per year. Everything on the vehicle works, and I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that. But before I do, I also want to show you, look at that tachometer needle. It's as steady as a rock. It has no variance in the idling at all. It's as smooth as possible. This thing truly runs like the day it came out of the factory, and that's not an exaggeration. So let's go through the procedures. So there's your window down on the driver's front and back up. There's your window down on the passenger front and right back up. There's your window down, passenger rear. And last but not least, there's your window down, driver rear, and right back up. Power locks. So this unlocks it So let's go ahead and lock it, unlock it, lock it, unlock it. I'm going to try to do this rear. Bear with me. So there's the lock, there's the unlock, and there's the lock, and there's the unlock. So all 4 locks work. All 4 windows work. Let's take a look at the power mirrors. There's left, there's right, there's up, there's down. There's left, there's right, there's up, there's down. So the mirrors work in all 8 directions. The stereo, I know, works. And it has CD as well as cassette, if you still have those. But the stereo actually sounds really good for a factory radio. It's got dual climate control, which was a pretty advanced feature in the day when this car was made. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit auto. Now, of course, you can't feel the air conditioning, but you can get a sensation of the sound. The blower is really, really strong on full blast. It blows really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. I also want you to note the temperature is actually just below the middle. So that's in a really sweet spot. And I was just driving this car. I didn't just start it. I just drove this car about 6-7 miles before I filmed this. So it doesn't get hot at all. And as you can see here, you can control the volume as well as change the station. Let me get that into focus for you. And then, of course, here is your cruise control. And that does work as well. I have used the cruise control in this car. I love cruise control. The wipers work just fine. That's low speed, that's high speed. And it does have intermittent wipering as well. Let's see, is there anything else to demonstrate? It does have traction control, as you can see here. It's got a cup holder here, a cup holder there. It's got the charging 12-volt charging port there. This was not a smoker's car. I have never smoked a cigarette in my life, so I am particularly sensitive to that scent, and not a smoker's car. So I'm just going to go ahead and go under the hood for a minute. Okay, so it is a 3.5 liter dual cam V6. It's a great engine. It's one of the better engines GM ever made. They run a really, really long time. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the oil dipstick and show you that the oil still has a nice amber translucent hue to it, but most importantly, there are no bubbles on that dipstick. Let me give you some focus. So as you can see, there's no bubbles in the oil at all. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but bubbles are what you do not want to see, because that means a little water's getting in the oil, and that means head gasket problems, and that is a common problem in our hot climate here in Vegas. But this doesn't have that at all. And look at that transmission fluid. It's a beautiful red translucent color, no bubbles in it, absolutely no sludginess, no black gunk, nothing of the sort. Very, very clean fluid. And it's got the orange coolant, and you can't really see here, but it still has a good color to it. It's not black or gray or anything like that. It still has the orange hue. And also notice these hood supports are working. It can be very annoying when the hood won't stay up, but these work just fine. The hood release mechanism works fine. And this car's never been in an accident. And I just want to show you, look at how perfectly linear that hood is mounted with respect to the fenders. So, this is a really superb car, and whoever winds up with it is going to be very, very happy. So thank you for watching.